everyone. I got the puppers with me. And I got the boys out, but not Pumpkin and Aria. Aria could be out with them, but she's company for Pumpkin. I think Pumpkin's kind of done, but she probably could do with a bit of a wash. Try and get some of the scent off her. And then the boys will need like a slower introduction back to her to get it in their little heads that she ain't ready. Buddy! Good boy. Not so much that she isn't ready, she's finished. She's past it. But they just would take, they will take like a little bit longer because they do. Boys to get it in their heads that the girl they know that's been in season is past the peak. So anyway, they're in the house. Been for a walk. A friend rode a horse today. I didn't film because we were just chatting and having a relaxing little time. So yeah, just I don't know. I haven't filmed much because between the weather being rubbish, me being tired at the end of a litter because I always am, and then the girls being in season and they're swapping and shifting dogs in and out and around, and I just feel like I've not really paid you too much attention this last week. And then not having a car, and then having a car, and then going again, and it's just been one of those weeks, guys. And I'm sure you all understand. I'm sure you've all had weeks like that too. Finnick, stop digging. Dig a muck heap all you want. You can't dig a field. Naughty boy. Finnick. No, jumping up for food is not appropriate. Good boy. So I got some treats for me. So all I did there was I simply just lured him like forward into a bit of a show stack. So it's not a training session, but he had to do a bit more of a show pose to get his treat. And I can do the same with her. Her little tail flagging. And the only trouble is I only got these little pieces in my hand, and your brothers want some as well, and your nanny does. So yeah, anyway, it's kind of that. What else was I going to talk about? I don't know, I feel like I've addressed temperaments quite a bit, and I really would love to film more at a show to show you guys what I mean, but equally, like, they're not my dogs I'm filming, which is not really my place to film them. But all I will say is, if there's a dog show that is local to you, I would suggest you go and watch and walk amongst where the dogs are crated and kept, and make your own minds up. Like, we go to shows and like we will get asked, can we see the dogs? And if one of us is about, we're not busy going to the ring or whatever, I will happily get any of my dogs out for people to see and say hello to. Because I think it is, good girl Katniss, important, hey Finnegan, that people can meet the dogs. And, you know, people need to also bear in mind that showing is a very busy environment for a dog. So if they are happy and enjoying themselves and look like they're really into the day, then that is a really good sign, because, you know, some dogs find showing overwhelming. So, dads, you and Dudley, no squeaky toys when I'm videoing. Finnegan! You just had a mouthful of dandelion seeds. Right, I'll keep hold of said squeaky toy, shall I? So yeah, for a dog to be happy, confident and outgoing at a show, it's a good mark of their temperament because it's a busy environment. You pay, they're my shoes and they're my laces. I'm going to wrestle now. And then, yeah, I would always recommend you doing that. And I had somebody who criticised me for importing Lanny. Where is he? He's up there with Finnick. And they were like, how could you buy the dog without seeing the dog, without getting your hands on the dog? Wasn't that a hell of a risk? I said, yeah, it was a hell of a risk. And they said that when they used a foreign male on their bitch, they went out to visit the male before the breeding. And I was like, well, yeah, I agree with that, because you were risking bringing a dozen puppies, say. I think their actual litter was maybe 10, I could be wrong, maybe 11, but you were risking a lot of lives on that breeding, whereas by me importing one male, that is my risk and my risk alone to take. I'm not risking loads of puppies, loads of lives, loads of owners, because if Lannister doesn't work out, if his temperament didn't work out, if his health doesn't work out, if any part of him doesn't work out, then he's just an expensive pet for myself. He doesn't have to enter the breeding population. I mean, so far, everything is absolutely fine and there's no issues. But it was a risk. And I admitted to it was a risk. And I agreed that to use a foreign male, you need to go and meet said foreign male and make sure temperament and health and everything else checks out, and it's not just a very good photo of said dog. Lanny! Good boy, Lannister! Good boy! Whee! Can you stop in time? You can. He's in again. But yeah, if Lannister's temperament and his health didn't work out, doesn't work out, whoopee, he ain't breeding. So, but like, the other thing is, why say it to me? What is the point of saying that to me now? When, sorry, my phone decided to cut me off mid-rant, and I don't know what part it cut me off on, and I haven't watched it back. But basically, her opinion was not wanted, was not needed, and what was you playing with your daddy, Finnegan? So what was the point? What does she gain from that? Katniss is all the way down there. She's off her head. She's gone back that way on her own. Katniss! Miss Independent. Like that little white dot all the way back there. That's Katniss. Her brothers are right here. Yes. So I feel like, you know, if somebody has asked you for an opinion, give it. And if they haven't asked you, keep your mouth shut. You know, what's the point? You know, I go to a show for somebody else's opinion on my dogs. If I ask for somebody else's opinion on my dogs, I will accept it. If somebody asks me for an opinion on their dogs, be prepared, because I'll give it. And while I try and be nice and friendly and diplomatic, I will also be honest. So, Katniss! Good girl. You know, if you asked me for an opinion on Buddy, that puppy down there, the sun sold, lovely temperament, sweetheart. His front structure is good, his feet are good, his top line is good. He's cuddly, he's just lovely, but his tail's high, his tail's bad. So I've given you a very honest opinion on my own puppy. Will he make a fantastic pet? Yes. Will he be able to do things like agility, like obedience, like trick dog, just be a fabulous pet? Of course he will. Will he be penalised in the show ring for his tail? Yes. Or at least he should be, in my opinion. Does it mean the owners can't show him if they want to? No, of course it doesn't. It just means that they need to be prepared that judges will likely penalise the high tail. You know, and I will give my puppy owners, prospective puppy owners, opinions like that on a puppy. Katniss! Feet are bad. Feet are bad. Look. Have that ball. You know, she might be too lightly spotted for some people's taste. Fine. I don't care. I love her. You know, I can live with people's opinions on my dogs if I ask for them. If I don't ask for them, different. Then I'd rather you kept... Dudley, no! I'd rather you kept your mouth shut, you know? They're just playing, don't worry about it. Dudlington! Get it, Finnegan! So, yeah. I feel like, obviously I'm in the showing world, showing community, which is in its very nature very bitchy. Because people are competing with their dogs against one another for the best dog, and different people have different opinions on which dog is the best. Fine. But like, think about if and when people are asking you for an opinion. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to leave this here, and I shall see you all soon. Bye.